Hello and welcome to 5 Drive School of Motoring. It's Mohammed. I hope you guys are doing great. On your driving test, you will be asked one tell me question before you start driving, where you will be explaining to the examiner how to carry out a safety task, and you'll also be asked one show me question during the drive, where you will actually carry out a safety task. If you get these questions wrong, you will not fail your test, but you will get one minor mistake for each. In this short video, I'm gonna be going through with you guys on these show me tell me questions on a Nissan Leaf. Okay, let's have a look at the tell me questions first. Can you please tell me where would you find the information for the recommended tire pressure for this car and how should it be checked? So recommended tire pressure information can be found in a car manual or on the sticker at the driver's door, and it should be checked with a reliable tire pressure gauge. Okay, tell me, how would you make sure that your head restraint is adjusted correctly for your maximum safety? By pressing this button on your left hand side, you will be able to adjust the height of your head restraint. And the middle of the head restraint should be in level with your eyes or top of the ears, or the top of the head should be in level with top of your head restraint. Tell me, how would you check that the brakes are working before you start a journey? Okay, you should press the foot brake and it should feel firm and it should not feel spongy or slack. Tell me, how would you check that the headlights and taillights are working? You don't have to exit the vehicle. So, without pressing the brake, press that button to activate the electrics, and then twist that lever away from you 2 times, and you should be able to switch your dip lights and tail lights on. Okay, how would you check if tires have sufficient tread depth and that the general condition is safe to use on the road? So the minimum legal tread of the tire should be at least 1.6 millimeter across the central 3/4 of your tire, and if you look at the outer edge, there should be no cuts on the tire. Okay, how would you check that the brake lights are working on this car? So you will switch the ignition on, and then you will apply the foot brake, and then you can ask someone to have a look at the back of your car if they are working, or you can see the reflection in the windows or garage door. Tell me, how would you check that the direction indicators are working? You don't have to exit the vehicle. You will press hazard warning light button, and then you will make sure all 6 indicators are working, including front and back. So tell me, how would you know if there was a problem with your anti-lock braking system? So you're gonna press that button to switch the ignition on. All lights will pop up and the ABS light should go off after a few seconds. If it stays on, something is wrong with it. How would you switch your headlights from dip to main beam, and explain how would you know they are working? So again, switch the dip lights and tail lights on first and press the same lever away from you, and you will see that blue light is on the dashboard. How do you check if your power assisted steering wheel is working before starting a journey? To check that, you will apply side to side pressure when the car is off on the steering wheel, and it will feel heavy. And you brake and then switch the car on and apply the pressure again, and you will see clear difference and it'll be easy to steer. How would you switch on rear fog lights, and explain when would you use them? You don't have to exit the vehicle. You will switch the ignition on, and you will switch the dip lights, tail lights on, they are already on, and you're going to twist the inner circle away from you 2 times. So the first one would be front fog lights, and the second one would be rear fog lights, and you're going to switch them off again. You will use fog lights when the visibility is below 100 meters and switch it off when the visibility gets better. Open the bonnet and tell me how do you check that engine has sufficient oil. So you're going to pull that lever just below the steering wheel on the right hand side, and you will see the bonnet has popped up. There's a yellow lever, you need to pull that up, and then you will be able to lift the bonnet. Pull that stick down and put that in a little hole so it should hold the bonnet. This is an electric car, so you don't put engine oil in it. Open the bonnet and tell me how do you check that you have a safe level of hydraulic brake fluid. Hydraulic brake fluid goes there. The level should be checked between maximum and minimum marking. Open the bonnet and tell me how do you check that engine has sufficient level of coolant. Well, the coolant just goes there, and the level should be checked between maximum and minimum marking. Okay, to close the bonnet, you need to lift the bonnet and then pull that stick out and clip it back in and drop the bonnet from just about waist height. Okay, we've covered all the tell me questions, and now we'll look at show me questions. You'll be asked one of these when you're driving on your test. If you're unsure about how to do it, you'll be asked to pull up on the left when it's safe and convenient by the examiner, and you will be asked to find the control. It's important that you know these controls, as you don't want to take your eyes off the road and lose control. Let's have a look at show me questions now. When it's safe to do so, can you show me how would you open and close the side window? There are 4 window buttons. The one on the top right which says A, you should push that down and you will be able to lower the window. And then when you pull the same button up, you will be able to put the window back up again. But make sure you do it when it's safe. When it is safe to do so, can you show me how would you demist the front windscreen? So you need to press that button, the top one out of the 2, and you should be able to demist your front windows. When it's safe to do so, can you show me how would you operate the horn? So again, middle bit of the steering wheel, you push that down, you should be able to sound the horn. When it's safe to do so, can you show me how would you set the rear demisters? And again, that bottom button of the 2, push that and you should be able to demist the rear window. When it's safe to do so, can you show me how would you switch your dipped lights? So edge of that lever, you need to twist it away from you 2 times, and you will see that green sign on the dashboard. That means you have switched the headlights on. When it's safe to do so, can you show me how would you wash and clean the front windscreen? So the lever to the right of your steering wheel, you need to pull that towards you and hold it, and you will see that washers are coming out and your wipers will be cleaning the window, and this should go off itself. When it's safe to do so, can you show me how would you wash and clean the rear windscreen? Again, same lever, you need to pull that away from you and hold it for a few seconds, and you will see that you should be able to clean the back window using your washers. Okay, that was it from me. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and this was useful. If it was, please do let us know. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.